I grew up in the world of metal and punk, in which I still do love. I do feel the need to finally see what the rest of the world has to offer. My name is Aaron, and I grew up as a metalhead. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope that you're excited. We are moving on to Above the Time, and I'm very excited for this. So why don't we just go ahead and hop right into it?
서로를 닮아 기울어진 삶 소원을 담아 차오르는 달 하려다만 괄호 속의 말 이제야 어디도 닿지 않는 나의 넌 영원히 도착할 수 없는 섬 같아 헤매던 날 이제야 기록하지 않아도 내가 널 전부 기억할 테니까 기다려 기어이 우리가 만나면 시간의 테두리 바깥에서 과거를 밟지 않고서 온다면 숨이 차게 춤을 추겠어 낮에도 받지 않은 나의 맛 끝없는 밤 그들을 가만 내려보는 달 여전히 말하고 싶은 말 우리 좀 봐 꼭 하나 같아
What? Okay, that's wild. All right, here we go. Above the Time by Iu is a song about longing for a meaningful connection and the desire to break free from the constraints of time. The lyrics metaphorically express the struggles of two individuals who are trying to find each other beyond the boundaries of time. In the song, Iu describes a life where they resemble each other and lean toward one another. They have unfulfilled wishes, represented by the moon rising. The parentheses symbolize unfinished or unsaid words. With time passing, they finally find the courage to express themselves. The lyrics depict the narrator's feelings of being unreachable, like an anchor they can never be reached, and they can never reach its destination. They have been lost until now, but finally, they find their voice and direction. There's a sense of anticipation and longing to meet each other in a place beyond the limits of time. The narrator yearns to dance without stepping on the past and wishes to embrace an exhilarating encounter once they finally meet. In the third verse, the narrator describes their outside, which is not bright even in daylight, portraying an inner darkness. They feel lost in an endless night, but wonder how the other person is feeling, uncertain of whether they share the same emotions. The bridge suggests that after a long wait, they will finally meet the reason for their anticipation in the realm of dreams, and even in their deepest slumber, the narrator promises to call out the other person's name, indicating a deep connection they haven't forgotten. The chorus repeats the message of waiting eagerly to reclaim the lost person and withstand the entangled time. The desire to run toward the future with 2 feet and not be occupied by the past is emphasized. The post-chorus suggests that after going through a long and winding narrative, they finally write the first line on their own, signifying a sense of empowerment and the absence of fear. In the outro, Iu describes a life intertwined and observes them from afar, encapsulating a sense of unity and oneness. Overall, the Above the Time conveys the longing for connections that transcends time and courage to express oneself, pursue a future with someone special. And yeah, of course. And that is a very remarkable way to do this, to kind of have it broken down like per verse, right? This is what I'm going to cover in this one. This one's going to cover this one, and this is going to cover this one, and then tie it all together, right? I think that that's really cool. So, of course, if we're going to talk about the music, there's one spot that in particular really, really just absolutely took me by surprise.
우리 바깥에서 과거를 멈지 않고 산다면 숨이 차게 춤을 추겠어
that transition right there. First and foremost, let's talk about just the wild fact that they just threw in this kind of like I don't even know what I want to call it. It feels something carefree, and it has this Levitas moment, right? And it feels a little bit like well, let's listen to it again one more time. Is it fair to say that it almost feels like that this is a carefree march in terms of musicality? But I think the thing that I find very interesting is it almost feels like something that you'd feel in a Renaissance piece, and it's just so fine. And you have this, kind of like matador and bull kind of dance, right? Just this feeling. Or maybe like the show. Right. In many Latin American countries, there's a few cultures that have like a national dance. For example, in Chile, they have this dance where it's basically like the dance of attraction. You try and dance to impress and gain the attention of the person that you're dancing with. It's known as the cueca. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that this is the cueca, but I think the idea is kind of similar, and I like that. I like that a lot. So, anyway, I think that, again, I think the thing that I like is just this musical combination that, and it makes sense now. Sorry, light. For me personally, I feel like one of the overall arching themes is defying time, trying to not be confined by time. Well, in a sense, they're not being defined by a genre. They're not being defined by a single piece of music. They're defining almost a stage play movie experience. This is very theatrical to me, and I just really appreciate the fact that someone's willing to go out and put this out into the world. And credit where credit is due. But I do want to say one thing that I think has been phenomenal between the sounds that we have heard. The biggest thing is I just absolutely love the fact of the matter is that there are just such carefully orchestrated transitions between the feelings and the moments that we see here. And in fact, I actually think this is a perfect scene that shows that exact thing. Oh, that's incredible. This has been honestly huge, huge, like, pleasure. I really, really appreciate this a lot. I like the risk. I like the ingenuity. I like the genuine feel. I like the fact that they're just willing to put this out there. I'm curious to know how this was received. But in any case, I think I've said my piece. For me personally, I think that the best thing that we can do now is discuss this further in the comments. Let me know what you all think. I want to continue to discuss. I want to see what you think about the sun, and I genuinely want to see more or less how you connect with it. Anyway, we will see you for the next video. Have a good one. Interesting. Very interesting.